Hi, my name is Dean Spraja. I'm CEO and owner of Nautilus Commercial Fitness Products. And I want to review with you our plate-loaded P-Series products today and also our free weight products, our F-Series products. The same consideration we put into proper biomechanics, safety, efficacy of exercise is exhibited in our plate load and our free weight as it is in our more familiar selectorized equipment like our Nitro, One, and Nova products. For example, I'm on our vertical chest press right now. This is our XPload vertical chest press. And you'll notice a couple things that differentiate this product from the others. One is, on all of our pressing movements, either plate load or selectorized, we have oversized handles to dissipate the force that is put into the wrist and hand. Conversely, on our pulling units, we have smaller handles that I'll demonstrate for you in a moment. In addition, we have two different hand positions on this chest press that allow us to attack the musculature a bit differently depending on the hand position that we choose. More pectoral involvement, front deltoid in this position, more triceps involvement in the closer position. From a positioning standpoint as well, we have a friction lock 15 position seat adjustment and also 6 different adjustments for the back rest. So in essence, I can do my whole chest workout with one piece of equipment here. What really differentiates our plate load equipment and conversely again our selectorized is the true biomechanical engineering in these devices. You'll notice versus other chest presses or plate loaded devices, our mechanism looks a bit more complicated. And it's complicated by design. As I go through this range of motion, I'm utilizing our 4-bar linkage system. That's changing the resistance from high degree of elbow flexion in the beginning position to be less resistance, and as I get stronger, as the elbow flexion decreases, it provides more resistance. That does two things. It protects my acromioclavicular joint at high degree of elbow flexion, but it maximally stresses my pectoral musculature as that elbow flexion decreases. So safety and efficacy in the exercise, and then also in the ability to load plates safely. Most plate-loaded devices require an individual to lift heavy plates into a position well above the waist. A high propensity for injury. In the United States, there's been a study released recently that 68% of the injuries that occur in a gym are from dropped weights. So we've designed all our plate load equipment to have all the plates loaded below waist level. So I'm never having to lift a heavy plate above waist level. We've also designed it such that the tolerances are much tighter on the movement arms where they need to be from a stability standpoint, but much looser with a smaller diameter storage pen because it's much easier to get the weights on and off of the storage pens. Let's move on to the leg press as well. Similar to what we do in our pin select, we have a wide variety of knee flexion and hip rotation adjustments. So we can attack the musculature differently. We've got about 70 different positions that we can get an individual exerciser into. And over and above the positioning aspects of the machine are actually the biomechanical aspects. We utilize our 4-bar linkage system and our pivoting foot plate in our plate-loaded equipment as well. You'll notice as I release the weights and go through the range of motion here, we're utilizing again under the foot plate our 4-bar linkage mechanism that decreases the load at high degree of knee flexion and increases the load as my knee flexion decreases. So I protect my lower back here and I'm able to load an appropriate amount of weight, yet as my mechanical advantage increases, it increases the load that I have to push through to get an appropriate stress through the entire range of motion. You'll also notice the foot plate pivots to keep my tibia in line with my knee joint. So that protects the knee from knee shear, protects the lower back in the high degree of knee flexion, yet maximally stresses the musculature throughout the entire range of motion. One more example of our Plate-Load Explode product as a unique piece is our deadlift shrug device. And as I alluded to earlier, any of our gripping devices, we have a much more narrow handle because we don't want grip strength fatigue. We want to fatigue the musculature that we're actually addressing in the exercise. So with this particular device, we use our smart arm technology and we're able to perform shrugs, or deadlifts, and minimizing the stress on the wrists and elbows by having those smart arms available. And then we're able to do either bilaterally, as you saw, or by releasing the middle handle, we're able to perform independent reciprocal exercise, and also one arm exercise from one side of the device or the other. So a complete line of plate load is a small example of some of the options we have. Moving on to the free weight. One of the most popular devices in the free weight world is the Smith machine. And it's also one of the most dangerous if it's not used correctly. What we've done is we've incorporated our safety stops into the actual guide rods for the Olympic bar. What that does is it eliminates the potential to lose these, misplace these, not use these during the exercise. There's no excuse to not use your safety stops. In addition, we've counterbalanced this bar almost completely. The starting weight on this Smith machine is negligible, and it's counterbalanced in a fully ensconced 11-gauge steel shield, so that there's no danger from moving parts of the balances, and there's no danger from misplacing safety standards on this device. Moving on to our pulley systems, we have a unique double pulley system on all of our cable crossovers, single pulleys, nested pulleys, where we have two handles where we can perform independent reciprocal movements, or we can connect the two and do bilateral movements as well. So unique to Nautilus is this dual pulley system that allows bilateral use or unilateral use on the same machine. It's pushing forward into our free weights and benches. Some of the attention that we pay to detail with these devices, you'll notice our adjustments are not an arbitrary 1 through 5 or A through J. They're actually in degree of movement. And you'll also notice when we put this backrest into position, it's a solid steel rod going into 11-gauge steel receptacle. It's much more solid than a pull pin, much more reliable, and supports an enormous amount of weight. Same thing is true on the seat adjustment. We have a built-in handle for mobility, and what may seem to be a minor benefit or feature, but with a big benefit, is the hooded wheels. Because in high-use clubs, many times these wheels are going to be kicked, knocked into, this bench is going to be knocked into things, and this prevents damage to the wheels and downtime on the devices. That's just a brief overview of the large assortment of free weights and plate loads we have. For more information, please visit our website.